Voyager is awesome admin interface for your Laravel application, which will easily help us manage our database table, easily create CRUD, manage, add, edit, delete data. It has menu builder, media manager, and whole lot of things. But the problem with this is whenever you create any bread for your database table, after making changes on my dev environment here, whenever I want to push this or share it with any coworker, I will have a bit problem because it does not log any changes on version control in code that I can push it and share it with other. So how do we do that? So one way is to share your database SQL to your coworker or anyone that you want to share your settings, Voyager settings with. So suppose in dev environment, I have created all bread for all these posts, shop, product and all. And now I want to push this to production. Then I have to create these all again. So one solution is to give the database dump. Here is the database. So what Voyager does is it will save all settings on this data rows and data types, these table. And other tables that Voyager uses are settings table, roles table, permissions, and there are a couple of tables that Voyager saves its settings accordingly. So one way is to just pass your database SQL. So better solution to this problem is creating seeders for these changes. So we already have our changes on these database tables, and we can create the seeder for these tables. So there is a reverse task. Previously what we used to create is we create seeders to push the data to these data tables, these tables. So we have to do reverse task, and there is a tool that will help us to perform that. We have already data in our table and we want to create the seeder out of these data. So to do that, we have this iSeed by this orange hill. We can include it, composer require it, and it will be installed. So it helps us to generate new seed file based on data from existing database table. There we go. So let's open up VS Code. Here I have already installed iSeed. You can see it on composer.json. Okay, here I have included it. And after this iSeed command, iSeed package is installed, what we have to do is we can generate the seed for any of the table using this command. So PHP Artisan iSeed, your table name. Whenever you run this command, the seeder file will be generated in your project. All right, so here we have to run that command. So in order to save the settings or generate the seeder files for settings, I've created a script. So I have put that here. If I can make it a bit bigger. So whenever you run PHP Artisan iSeed, these are the tables that is responsible for saving the settings, Voyager related settings, data types, data rows, categories. So these are the tables. So what we have to do each time is whenever we make any changes in our admin panel to sync that or to share that settings by generating seeder file, we have to go to terminal and we have to execute that script, this one, like so. So it will ask if there is already these seeders available. It will ask if you want to overwrite or not. So this will take some time according to the volume of data. Okay, so after that command runs successfully, it will generate seeders on your seed directory, data rows, table seeder, which will contain all the data, all the bread related data, data type and menu item, categories table, and all tables that you have created. So next step is in your database seeder file, you will include these seeders. So you can include like this: data type table seeder, data rows, post table seeder, and like this in this order. Alright, so after that you can just run PHP Artisan DB seed, or it's all your preference. From here you have seeder files. You can just group these into one Voyager table seeder, and then you can run only Voyager table seeders or these two table seeder if you don't have any other settings related changes like post table, page table. It's all according to your need. So we can even more make it better, because every time we have to remember all these table need to be seeded, and in some cases you might not need these two tables and all. So remembering this is a bit of work. So I will make it more easier by generating one dedicated Artisan command. So let's close this, and you can generate Artisan command quite easily. You can create new command file from PHP Artisan, make command, and then create a command, or in your routes file you have console.php. So here you can easily define Artisan commands. So let me make another command. Let's say vsetting Voyager setting sync. I will say the command name like this. So vsetting sync. Whenever I run that command, let me show you first if that command exists or not. When you run PHP Artisan, you should see that command vsetting sync. There we see. Okay, so now let's make some changes. So what we want to run when we run this command is we want to run this bit of code. So PHP Artisan iseed this. The way we create iseed or call any other command, Artisan command, from within Artisan command is by using this call, and then we need to call any command that we want to call. Suppose let's say we want to call this inspire command whenever we run vsetting sync command. All right, so let's see this in action. PHP Artisan vsetting sync. There we go. This inspire command has been called. Similarly, now we want to call is iseed command, and in second parameter that we supply to this call method is the arguments. So argument that iseed command accepts is tables, which is the comma separated list of all the tables that we want to generate. Pass to this iseed command in order to generate seeder for these tables, like so. There we go. So this will do all our stuff, setting related, syncing related stuff. Let's see this in action. Setting sync command again, and now it is working. So it is asking whether you want to override it or not. You can do yes. So I've only done yes for this. So let's see, in seed we have this data rows updated and these files all updated. All right, so now you don't have to remember all these settings. You can just run this command vsetting sync, or you can edit this command name according to how you remember. This will make our life a bit easier, and I'll see you on another video. Bye.